Unlike many of their contemporaries who focused on vocals, the Ventures were a group built around the guitar. Their origin story is simple and inspiring. Two friends from Tacoma, Washington, Don Wilson and Bob Bogle, initially played guitar as a duo, but in the late 1950s, they decided to form a full band. With drummer Howie Johnson and bassist Noki Edwards, they began playing instrumental versions of popular songs, which was quite unusual for the time. Their approach centered on clean sound, masterful playing, and creating memorable melodies. The Ventures almost single-handedly created the surf rock genre, even though they weren't from California and had no connection to surfing. They simply made music that sounded fresh and very American. Interestingly, Walk, Don't Run was not an original Ventures composition. It was initially a complex jazz piece written by guitarist Johnny Smith in 1956. However, the Everly Brothers, after hearing a recording by Chet Atkins, were inspired by his interpretation and decided to create their own version. Their version was fast, energetic, and most importantly, incredibly memorable. They recorded the track in the studio in just a few takes, and it was meant to be only the B-side for their other single. But when a Seattle radio DJ started playing Walk, Don't Run on the air, the listener reaction was astonishing. Calls flooded in, and the DJ realized he had a genuine hit on his hands. This song, built on a simple yet hypnotic riff, proved that you don't need vocals to succeed, just one good melody and virtuoso playing. The year 1960 was a crossroads for rock music in the US. On one hand, pop idols and dance hits dominated, while on the other, there were pop rock ballads, as seen with Roy Orbison and the Everly Brothers. But against this backdrop, Walk, Don't Run was something entirely special. It was one of the first instrumental tracks to not only become a hit, but also define a new genre, surf rock. It showed that rock music could be built not just around vocals, but around the clean, driving sound of the guitar. This served as a catalyst for many young guitarists who, upon hearing this track, were inspired to pick up an instrument. As with other hits of 1960, the success of Walk, Don't Run came during the peak of the payola scandal. At a time when many DJs and labels were being accused of buying airtime, the success of the Ventures' instrumental hit was seen as proof that musical quality still mattered. Their song didn't need lyrics or famous names to become popular. It won over listeners' hearts with its unique sound and masterful performance. Walk, Don't Run was released in July 1960 and quickly climbed the charts. It reached the second spot on the American Billboard Hot 100, which was an incredible achievement for an instrumental track. This made the Ventures one of America's most recognizable bands. The Ventures' influence on rock music is hard to overstate. They recorded over 250 albums, and their music became a benchmark for the instrumental rock genre. Their style directly influenced many bands, including the Beatles, who adopted many of their guitar techniques, and the entire future music scene, where guitar mastery became a cornerstone of the genre. Walk, Don't Run became not just a hit, but an anthem for an entire era of guitar music.